What if your bike could be safer, smarter, and more fun without spending thousands on a new one? Today we're covering 20 genius bike gadgets available on Amazon right now that transform any bicycle into something you'll actually look forward to riding every single day. From invisible airbag helmets to pedal-powered chargers, these aren't boring basics. These are the gadgets serious cyclists wish they'd found sooner. Before we dive in, hit that subscribe button and drop a like. I want to know, what's the biggest problem you face on your current bike setup? Drop it in the comments below. Now let's get into these incredible gadgets. Number 20. LED wheel lights visibility is the single most important safety factor for cyclists. And most riders address it only from the front and rear while leaving their sides completely dark. LED wheel lights attach directly to your spokes and create glowing patterns as the wheels spin, making you visible from every angle simultaneously. The rotating effect is actually more attention-grabbing than static lights because the brain is wired to notice moving visual signals. They're waterproof and dustproof, handling rain rides without any concern. Beyond safety, the visual effect is genuinely impressive, creating color patterns and rainbow effects that make any bike stand out completely in a crowd. For commuters who ride in traffic at dawn or dusk, adding side visibility that drivers can't miss is a worthwhile safety upgrade that also happens to look spectacular. Number 19. 120 dB car horn bike horn. The standard bicycle bell produces a sound that's politely audible in quiet parks and completely useless in urban traffic, where engine noise, music, and general city sound drown it out entirely. This horn produces 120 decibels, which is the equivalent of a car horn, and mounts on your handlebars with a trigger button you can activate without removing your hands from the controls. For riding in busy city streets where you need immediate attention from drivers, pedestrians, or other cyclists in dangerous situations. Having a sound that actually cuts through ambient noise changes the safety equation dramatically. Number 18. Motion sensing bike alarm bike locks stop a determined thief for varying amounts of time, but none of them alert you when someone is actively trying to defeat them. A motion sensing alarm changes that dynamic by adding an audible deterrent that draws attention to theft attempts as they happen. The small device attaches to the frame or under the seat and triggers a loud alarm when it detects movement or tampering. Sensitivity adjustment prevents false triggers from wind or minor contact. A remote control allows quick arming and disarming. The alarm's value isn't just in being loud, it's in making theft attempt visible and public, which is exactly what opportunistic thieves most want to avoid. Number 17. Smart wearable bike lock. Traditional U-locks provide excellent security but create a carrying problem. They're heavy, bulky, and awkward to transport on rides where you'll need to secure the bike at the destination. The smart wearable lock solves this by using strong, flexible materials that wear around your waist or over your shoulder during the ride. Then deploy as a security device when you arrive. Fingerprint or phone unlocking eliminates the fumbling with keys that makes traditional locks frustrating. The security rating matches conventional locks for cut and tamper resistance. Number 15. All-in-one bike multi-tool. Being stranded with a mechanical problem that a simple tool would fix is one of cycling's most avoidable frustrations. The multi-tool concept packs Allen keys in multiple sizes, screwdrivers, spoke wrenches, and chain tools into a folding package that fits in a jersey pocket or small bag. Every tool you need for the most common roadside repairs is accessible within seconds. The quality of the tools determines how effective they are under real use conditions. Number 14. Secure phone mount with wireless charging phones have replaced dedicated cycling computers for most casual and commuting cyclists. But the mounting hardware determines whether the phone is genuinely useful or a constant anxiety. A mount that vibrates loose, fails to grip through bumps, or positions the phone awkwardly defeats the purpose of having navigation or performance tracking available. Quality mounts use twist lock or clamp systems that hold through rough terrain without adjustment. Wireless charging capability keeps the phone powered during long rides where GPS and data use would drain a battery quickly. Anti-vibration design protects the phone's camera components from the sustained vibration that has caused camera damage in some phone models used extensively without proper mounts. Number 13. Invisible airbag helmet. Traditional helmet adoption faces a persistent resistance from cyclists who find helmets uncomfortable, unflattering, or incompatible with certain clothing and hairstyles. The airbag helmet addresses this through a completely different approach. Worn as a collar around the neck, it contains sensors that monitor movement patterns and deploy an airbag that inflates around the head in milliseconds when a crash is detected. The protection coverage actually exceeds traditional helmets by covering the neck and sides of the head that rigid helmets leave exposed. For urban commuters who prioritize appearance alongside safety, this technology removes the aesthetic barrier to head protection without compromising the safety outcome. It represents genuinely advanced engineering applied to a real behavioral barrier that costs lives. Number 12. Rear view camera system. Checking traffic behind you requires turning your head, which briefly removes your attention from what's ahead and affects your steering stability, particularly at speed or in technical riding situations. A rear view camera mounted under the seat or on the rack sends live video to a small handlebar-mounted display so you can monitor following traffic without any head movement. Wide-angle lenses, night vision, and anti-glare display technology make the system functional across different lighting and weather conditions. For cyclists who ride in traffic regularly, having continuous rearward visibility without the attention interruption of head turning provides a meaningful safety margin during the vulnerable moments of merging or navigating narrow roads with close vehicle passes. Number 11. Tire pressure monitoring. Sensors. Tire pressure affects every aspect of cycling performance, including rolling resistance, puncture vulnerability, handling precision, and rider comfort. Most cyclists check pressure infrequently using a manual pump gauge, which means riding on gradually deflating tires for extended periods without noticing. These sensors screw directly onto tire valves and transmit real-time pressure readings to a phone or cycling computer. Alerts when pressure drops below configured thresholds allow you to catch slow leaks before they become complete flats. Number 10. Bike dash cam. Interaction between cyclists and motor vehicles occasionally results in disputes about what actually happened, and without documentation, those disputes typically resolve in the motorist's favor regardless of actual fault. A bike dash cam recording front and rear footage provides objective evidence that resolves those disputes definitively. The camera attaches to handlebars or seat posts with weatherproof construction handling normal riding conditions. Continuous loop recording on a memory card means footage is always available for the most recent riding period. Image stabilization makes footage usable as evidence rather than too shaky to read. For cyclists who commute in traffic and want protection against close passes. During incidents or accidents involving other vehicles, having documented footage changes the insurance and legal outcomes significantly. Number 9. Magnetic bottle holder. Standard water bottle cages work adequately on frames with conventional geometry, but they fail on many modern frame designs where the cage angle makes bottles difficult to remove or replace while riding. The magnetic system replaces the friction-based cage with a strong magnet on the frame that connects to a plate on the bottle. One-handed removal during a ride requires minimal force and no precision because the magnetic connection guides itself. Re-engagement is equally effortless. The system accommodates different bottle sizes that rigid cages often can't fit. For cyclists who hydrate during rides and have struggled with cages that either release bottles unexpectedly on rough terrain or hold them too tightly to remove without stopping, the magnetic system solves both failure modes simultaneously. Number 8. Anti-spill coffee cup holder. The commuter cycling experience often involves needing coffee urgently in the morning, which has traditionally meant choosing between the bike and the coffee rather than both. This handlebar-mounted cup holder uses shock-absorbing design that keeps the cup upright and the coffee inside even over road imperfections. Adjustable sizing fits everything from small espresso cups to large travel mugs. For cyclists who commute and want to maintain the morning routine that makes the day start properly, this holder solves a specific quality of life problem that seems trivial until you've tried to manage a coffee on a handlebar and failed in a memorable way. Number 7. Bone Conduction headphones standard earbuds during cycling create a genuine safety problem by blocking the environmental audio that cyclists depend on for traffic awareness, hearing approaching vehicles, and responding to other cyclists calling out on shared paths. Bone Conduction headphones transmit sound through the cheekbones directly to the inner ear, completely bypassing the ear canal and leaving it open to environmental sound. You hear music, podcasts, or navigation instructions while still hearing traffic, conversations, and ambient sounds simultaneously. Number 6. Suspension seat post-road vibration. Transmitted through the frame and seat post over extended rides creates fatigue and discomfort that accumulates into genuine soreness, particularly for riders with back or joint sensitivities. A suspension seat post contains a spring or elastomer mechanism that absorbs vertical impacts before they reach the rider. The seat moves while the bike's frame remains stable, reducing the energy transferred to the rider's spine and sit bones. Number 4. Hidden GP's bike tracker bike locks prevent theft when they work, but when a determined thief defeats the lock, there's typically no way to locate the stolen bike afterward. A hidden GPS tracker installed inside the seat post, handlebar tube, or disguised as a component provides continuous location data that makes stolen bike recovery realistic. Movement alerts notify you immediately when the bike moves without your knowledge. Battery life measured in weeks or months means the tracker operates continuously without frequent attention. For cyclists with valuable bikes, the tracker doesn't prevent theft but fundamentally changes what happens after it. Number 3. Pedal-powered USB charger long-distance cycling and bikepacking create power management challenges because electronics including lights, GPS, phones, and cameras all require charging without access to wall outlets. A Dynamo hub or tire-driven generator converts pedaling energy into electrical output that charges devices during the ride. Battery pack integration stores generated power for use when stopped. For touring cyclists covering long distances through areas without reliable power access, this system eliminates the battery anxiety that otherwise limits electronics use. Number 2. Heads-up display cycling glasses looking down at a phone or cycling computer to check speed, navigation, or performance data removes visual attention from the road ahead during the moments when road conditions most require it. Heads-up display glasses project ride data as a transparent overlay on the lens, keeping the information in the rider's visual field without requiring any directional attention change. Navigation cues, speed alerts, and distance tracking are all visible while eyes remain forward on the road. Bluetooth connection links to a phone or cycling computer. For cyclists who want data awareness without the safety compromise of looking down repeatedly during a ride, this technology brings the heads-up display concept that fighter pilots use to the cycling context where it serves the same fundamental purpose. Number 1. E-bike conversion kit, the single gadget that most fundamentally transforms the cycling experience, is the one that removes the primary barrier that stops people from riding as often or as far as they'd like. An e-bike conversion kit adds a motor, battery, and controller to any existing bicycle, providing pedal assistance that makes hills manageable, extends comfortable range dramatically, and makes cycling accessible to people at different fitness levels who couldn't otherwise enjoy longer rides. Keeping the bike you already own means retaining the fit, feel, and attachment to a familiar bicycle while gaining electric capability. For commuters who arrive at work sweaty and exhausted on a manual bike, for fitness riders who want to explore longer routes than current fitness allows, and for anyone returning to cycling after time away, this kit changes what riding is capable of delivering. So there you have it, 20 genius bike gadgets on Amazon that genuinely upgrade what cycling can be. From LED wheel lights that make you visible from every angle to e-bike conversion kits that remove the physical limits of manual riding, these gadgets address the real barriers that make cycling less safe, less comfortable, and less enjoyable than it should be. The best cycling setup isn't necessarily the most expensive one. It's the one that removes the specific friction points that stop you from riding as often and as far as you'd like. If this video helped you find something that makes your next ride better, smash that like button and subscribe for more cycling content. Drop a comment telling me which gadget you're adding to your setup first. Thanks for watching, and enjoy the ride.